Hello guys, this is Vignesh. Today we are going to take a look at SDI and MDI applications. SDI means single document interfaces. So these present themselves to the user with a menu, one or more toolbars, and one window in which the user can perform some task. So when you consider multiple document interfaces, these present themselves to the user in the same way as SDI, but they are capable of holding multiple open documents at one time. So let us take a look at into the implementation. So open Visual Studio, and I've opened it already. So go to new project. In Visual C Sharp, select Windows Form Applications. Give the application some names like SDI and MDI. Okay, give OK. Now the form is created. Uh, Now what you want to do is you just need to add a menu strip to this form so that you can perform that SDI and MDI. So when you go to toolbox, you will find menu strip in the all category. So drag a menu strip and put it here. So you'll get to a text box saying type here. So in that type, so we are going to take an example of student. So student, if you click outside, the student will be created. Click on student and type some submenus in that, like add student, and then delete student, then search student. So I've given you three examples. As you can see, this is similar to something in all the applications you use. You will be having something called as file, edit, view here. In this case, when you click file, you have some drop down list boxes. So this is similar to that. When I run the program now, you'll be given a form. So if you click student, you'll get add student, delete student, search student. So it's we have to implement the when I click add student now, nothing will happen because I have not implemented the separate forms for these things. So close this window, and to implement these forms, right click the project in Visual Studio, click add new item. So now we are going to create another form for this. So select Windows form, and I'm going to name this as add student.cs. So add student. Okay. So now I've created this. In this, I'm going to give some of the menus for students. Let us consider some things like register number, name, and college. So and go to the toolbox, give a label here stating it should be uh, add student menu. So now the label has been created here. I'm going to change the text size here. So go to font. So now the text size is given around 16 or 18. So now add student. It is the heading of the form. So now let's go. Let's create the other things like the text boxes and the other things. So drag a label, type it as name. Just a minute. Name. Mm, Okay. Now I'm just going to copy this label, paste it. Okay. So the second one will be register number, and the third one will be college name. Okay. Now I've created the three labels. So I'm going to drag the next the text box. Text box here. I'm going to copy paste it. So add a button here. Okay. Now the form has been created. So similarly, we'll do for the search student and delete student. Now again, right click here, click add new item. Windows form is selected by default. So let's give here delete student. Okay, delete student 0. So we are going to search the student based on the register number and delete it. So in like before, we'll give a label delete student, and let's change the font size again, somewhat 18. Okay, so now the label has been created. Now again go to the toolbox, take another label. Now it's going into font by default, so take it to text, change it to register number. Okay. Similarly, drag a text box here again, and finally add a button. Okay. So you have another option. So go to add again, new item. So we have the last one as search student. So search student. Now the third form is created. Similarly, go to the toolbox, drag a label, type search student, change its font size to 18. Okay. Now we are again going to search the student based on their register number. So again, drag a label, go to text, and then type register number. Okay. Finally, drag a text box, and add a button. Search. So all the forms have been completed. Um, so now go to the implementation of this form. To go to the implementation, select add, double click on the part you need to implement. So I'm going to implement here add student. So double click on add student. You'll get the implementation part of this. So when I click add student, it should go to the corresponding form. So create the object for that form, add student as equal to new add student of. Okay, there was some problem with the name add student. So we have changed it to the name add.cs. So when you create the object for this, add a equal to new add of. Okay, now a dot show. Similarly, go to the form 1 design, double click on delete student. Now similarly, delete student ds equals new delete student of. So ds dot show. Similarly, do for the search student. So search student ss equal to new search student of ss dot show. So I've created all the links to the menus. So when I run the application, when I click student, the add student form opens up. Similarly, delete student, the delete student form opens up. And then give search student, the search student form opens up. So this is what you call it as single document interface, or SDI. So similarly, multi-document interface is the same thing, but instead of opening the add student, search student, delete student in a new window, it will open the forms in this remaining area itself. So to achieve that, go to the design form, design part, select the form, and in the properties of the form, go to the is MDI container option. It will be false by default, so click it and select true. So when you give it as true, the color of the form will be changed to some gray. The content of the form will be changed to gray. Now go to the now what you do is double click on the heading form 1. A function called form1 underscore load will be created. So in that, type is MDI container equals true. So now what you want to do is go to the implementation of each and every menu. After a dot show off, now give MDI a dot MDI, the object dot a dot MDI parent equals this. This means you're referring to the current form, and similarly ds dot MDI parent equals this. Similarly ss dot is MDI parent equals this. So now once you have given this, run the form. When you click student, add student, it will be opened in the same window itself, add student. Now when you click delete student, it will be giving delete student. Now when you click search student, the search student will be opened, add student similar. So you can open multiple forms in the same window instead of opening new windows. So these are the functions of MDI and SDI applications. Thank you guys.